You know, it's been my dream and the dream of the people I've been working with, Scott and Jim and my wife Karen and Matt, to make a full-length feature movie. It's not an easy undertaking. Even before we wrote this specific script for Beacon Point, the goal has always been to make a feature film. When I started writing Beacon Point, I immediately thought of Tracy Carroll, and I asked her if she wanted to co-write it with me. And it was amazing how quickly it came together. I think we wrote the entire screenplay in about 4 months. All the collaboration, for the most part, was online. Once you get a good story, then you've got to find good actors to bring that story to life. After extensive, casting and interviews and auditions and all that stuff, we found Ray Olivier and John Bradell out of LA. And then we found our other actors, Eric Goins, RJ Shearer, and Jason Berkey here in Atlanta, as well as Jason McDonald and Randall Taylor. I was lucky enough to be able to do 4 or 5 days of rehearsals before we started shooting, and that was a key part of bringing the movie to life. Well, all right, July 12th, Beacon Point table read. Here we are in North Georgia. This is day number 2. Everyone's here, so say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Now, this behind the scenes stuff, my agent didn't negotiate anything.
Yeah. Don't listen to him. To workshop the story before the camera starts rolling was very, very valuable. Working with Ray Olivier was awesome. She's a very talented woman. She had a lot of good insight on set. She was very easy to work with. Working with John Bradell was awesome. John and I became good buddies on set. He's worked on a ton of movies, so he had a lot of insight and ideas about how to bring Drake to life. Drake was really important because he needed to have a menacing quality to him. John knocked it out of the park.
Get to it and touch it, and I'm going to try to stop it. If I get it, great.
Yeah, but nothing really noticeable.
Eric Goins and I had worked together on a few projects before Beacon Point. When I was writing Beacon Point, I honestly envisioned Eric Goins as being Dan.
So we're good.
He was the perfect person for that role. He brings a comedic timing that's awesome to the character. He's got a sensitive side. He's a phenomenal actor and a great guy to work with. Working with RJ and Jason was great as well. They played the brothers, and it's funny, looking at them on screen, you could see how they could be half-brothers.
Man, I couldn't wait to get out of high school. College is so much better. Trust me.
They had a cool chemistry, and they were both very professional, well-versed actors.
We made props for the movie, which included the totem, which you see on top of the mountain, the altar, which was in the cave scene, the spirit houses located in the field, and the pods seen at the end of the movie and also during the abduction scenes.
A lot of the crew I'd worked with on a commercial level. We had shot this during generally a slow time. Shooting it around midsummer was a good time to get crew. It was a good open window for people to get involved in the film.
Sound speeds.
Baby camera.
I think my biggest concern was keeping the camera free and moving, not moving for no reason at all, but free to move in ways that would tell the story, but also, serve the story. Had a couple of great operators. Ian Forsyth was our Steadicam operator, and we also had Kelly Lee operating B camera.
That looks good, Alex. Good job.
And we had a fabulous camera team.
Cut. That's a cut.
Good question. Lots of difficult days on this production.
Probably the most challenging day, I would say, was the cave. We're shooting the finale today, the cave scene. It's crazy. It's going really well, but it's moving slow. It was not an ideal place to work.
We had some issues with set dressing and entering the cave.
I had maxed out the size of the altar, and then when we were trying to get it in the cave, we had 10 people trying to maneuver the thing through this small opening.
It should have been almost like a 2-day deal, but we just did it in one long 18-hour day.
Luckily, everybody was in it to win it, so we finished the day. Everybody was glad that we got it because the scene ended up being amazing, and it's obviously the finale of the movie.
Let me see your eyes!
Stay away from me, Trent.
I feel them inside of me, like parasites.
like a poison. I won't let them do this to me. I won't!
I'm making omelets. Hey, here comes the producer. Behind the scenes, making omelets.
Where the hell is my omelet?
Right there. Get it.
Quality control, this son of a bitch. That's a damn fine omelet.
Hey, guys. Hey, can you go back to your one, please? Thank you.
Working with Blue is an experience unlike any other.
What's up?
He's an extremely passionate and driven individual.
Blue is absolutely one of the most hands-on directors that I've ever worked with. A guy who does his research, does his homework.
I know that if I get on board, I'm going to be on a project that's going to be seen through to the very end. No detail ignored or left undone.
Cut. Let's go again.
I think he eats, dreams, and lives his projects.
I'm delighted I got a chance to do this feature-length film, and it's just a pleasure to work with him.
Working with Karen, my wife, is incredible. She's very, very talented. On set for Beacon Point, she had the reputation as the hardest working woman, the cornerstone of the crew in a lot of ways.
Watch out, cameraman.
She's the one that stabilizes me, keeps me calm, keeps me encouraged, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this without her. Jim and I have worked on pretty much every project I've done. He puts up with me, which says a lot.
I'm putting Jim on the spot. He wasn't expecting this.
Well, yeah, you can ask me specific questions.
Yeah.
Or,
So what do we, I'm going to step out of frame. Let's just keep rolling.
And, you know, he's somebody that always brings a fresh perspective to the table.
the middle of the film.
He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. It's been a lot of fun working with Jim, and I've learned a ton from Jim over the years. I approached Matt about Beacon Point. I was needing a real good producer, and I heard Matt's an excellent guy to work with. He's got a lot of creative insight, a lot of business insight.
As soon as I met Matt, we had a great connection. He's got all the plates in the air and is able to kind of pull that off with a real confident ease.
We're just going to do Steadicam, but we're going to do a 360 Steadicam. So I need everybody back this way. We'll never see that.
And just fun to be around.
More for me.
Matt, Scott, and I've sort of dubbed us the Three Amigos, and it's a working relationship I think will continue into the future. So I've been working with Scott on pretty much every project I've ever done. He's very creative, very passionate.
Being on set with Scott, just an absolute pleasure because he was the guy who was already visualizing what this movie would look like when it was pieced together.
Scott's a great calming influence there on the set.
It's going really well. Crazy. Busy. Awesome.
So he did a fabulous job taking it through all the levels of post-production.
The post-production process, I mean, that was a journey within itself.
Blue and I would collaborate cutting Beacon Point, and then we move forward into the finishing phases where we put the cut in front of the sound mixers, visual effects artists, the colorists who give it that nice, beautiful, polished look.
It was quite a journey, and it took a long time to get all that together, but I think that's what makes the movie look so great and really brings the production value to a level that you don't see in many indie films. Beacon Point was accepted into the Dances with Films Festival in 2016, and the cast and crew went out to Hollywood to premiere our movie at the famous Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. This has been a fantastic journey for me and the cast and crew. Thanks again for checking it out. Spread the word, and stay tuned for our next movie.